AI is moving at a frantic pace, and it's impossible to keep up with all of the new tools that are exploding onto the market. To make things worse, a lot of people in the know are gatekeeping, sharing just enough information to keep their social media retention rates high, but keeping the grade A tools to themselves and their business so that they can maintain a competitive advantage. The AI tools I'm going to share in this video will transform your business. If you're not using them, you'll probably be left behind. You see, businesses leveraging media coding capital, that's mainly social media, AI, and cryptocurrency, will have an increasingly unfair advantage over the coming years compared to those that don't. And in this video, I'm going to share the tools that have the most power to move the dial on your business. If we haven't met, I'm Dec. I run an AI services agency that specializes in turning your warm middle of funnel leads into hot buyers through value-focused conversation experiences. And then we also do AI lead generation. I previously worked on AI MarTech consulting projects at Google, OpenAI, and Zoom at one of the UK's leading startups. And I'm ex-Salesforce Marketing Cloud and IBM. So let's go through a whistle-stop tour of some of the best AI tools that need to be on your radar. And if you want me to do a deeper dive into any of them and show you how they work in more detail, let me know in the comments below, and I'll obviously do the ones which you guys want me to do. Okay, so the first tool that I'm going to share with you, which is an absolute game changer, is called Zero Work. It's like having a virtual assistant on steroids working 24/7 in your business. And it's brilliant for automating a lot of the monotonous grunt work. If you think about it, there's so many boring, repetitive tasks that you have to do when scaling your business. Things like lead generation and qualification. You've also got to do education. And I found it's great for doing that, as well as scraping data from places like Instagram and LinkedIn, pulling Facebook group data, getting insights from Google Maps, and then actually doing enriching that data further, which is something that traditionally we would take hours to do. And on top of that, it can also do cold outreach using platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook Messenger. So once you actually build out your automations, it can then automate and start reaching out to your prospects and building up your wait lists or warming up clients, whatever it is that you need it to do, 24/7 without being prompted or without you kind of need to look at it. Now, the next tool we're going to talk about is called Replit. Now, this tool genuinely blew my mind when I saw it for the first time. And I see this as a glimpse into the future of programming, but it's actually here today. So Replit is like having a free AI programmer at your beck and call that enables you to create rapid prototypes on command. Now, like with any of these AI systems, you need to be able to give them good instructions. Prompt engineering, or in other words, instructing AI LLMs, is actually a bit of an art form. But luckily for you, I actually kind of created a video that you can watch up here, or even better, if you want to figure out or kind of improve the prompts that you're creating, I created a custom GPT, which is linked down below. If you take that, you can input your basic prompt, your Billy basic prompt, and it'll improve and upgrade that. So if you want to use that with Replit or just in general, highly recommend you use the GPT that I've linked down below to improve them. Anyway, coming back to Replit, what makes it so special and for me so game-changing is that you're able to create modern web applications quickly without needing to code. All you do is describe what it is that you're looking for, that you need, and then Replit's AI agent builds it for you. And then you can kind of go through and refine it, maybe make tweaks to the UI or what you want it to deliver. But really, in a really short amount of time, you're able to produce and create meaningful, minimal viable products that you're then able to pull out and use in lots of different ways. And of course, Replit is actually used by big companies like Google and Coinbase. So if it's good enough for them, it should be good enough for you. Okay, the third tool we're going to talk about is an absolute game changer for cold outreach, and it's called Replit Q. So we've just had Replit, we're now talking about Replit Q. Now, Replit Q is a tool that a lot of B2B sales reps don't want me to talk about. Because you see, what it enables you to do is send personalized outreach videos at scale. Let me say that again. As personalized videos of yourself talking and personalized to your prospect at scale. Now, one of the most effective sales methods that I found, other than actually cold calling, is sending clients or prospects a video in which you kind of film yourself up in the corner, like a Loom video or something, where you talk about the client's business, and then you kind of relate it to your products or service and show the transformation and value that you're able to deliver to them. Now, of course, Replit Q takes that and puts it on steroids. So instead of having to record yourself 3 or 4 times and kind of create that personalized message, what you do is you give it your image and your voice, and then you're able to kind of produce video en masse and then send it out to your prospects. Now, again, we're at a moment where not everyone is using this. So now is a brilliant time for, if you want to use it to generate more leads or start more client conversations, you can use it and separate yourself from everybody else. But of course, over time, more and more people are going to become aware of it, and then it won't actually be as special. But now is a brilliant moment for you to use it and actually kind of make a big impact in your business. So Replit Q, I highly recommend that you check it out if you want to scale your business. And of course, if you want me to implement a lead generation system into your business, you can get in touch using the links below. So now we're going to talk about some more cold outreach tools. And the ones I'm going to talk about and that need to be in your radar are Instantly AI and Apollo.io. So Instantly AI is an email automation tool, and Apollo.io is a lead scraping tool. So Apollo is a great way for you to source and find lots of relevant prospects within your ICP that you want to reach out to and communicate with. And then Instantly AI is a great means and method of sending email campaigns at scale that leverage AI to add kind of personalization. So it wouldn't be like hi, spate, and then you can kind of put in a bracket and put Declan. You can actually go a lot deeper than that. So using Instantly AI, you're able to actually kind of use generative LLMs to personalize your outreach at scale to each one of your prospects. Now, this is good, but I find at times it can be a little bit cheesy, if I'm honest. So you have got to temper it a little bit and make sure, again, that the prompts that you're using are good. Again, personally, I found that actually cold calling is always the most effective method. And then, of course, those videos are actually really impactful as well. But if you want to go cold email, and it's definitely a perfectly valid route to go down, Instantly AI is definitely not something you can overlook. Okay, next up, we've got AI note takers. And we're going to talk about my personal favorite, which is Fireflies. So AI note takers are changing the game when it comes to having any kind of virtual or digital sales call. What they do is that they record your meeting, and kind of so you get a video kind of that you can watch back and listen back to your meeting. But they also create transcripts of everything that you've discussed. And with that transcript, they create a summary of the meeting, of the topics that you've discussed throughout the meeting, and any actions that you've got and that other people have got. But what I particularly like about Fireflies that you don't get with Fathom, which is another AI note taker, and also Otter AI, is that with Fireflies, you're able to connect it to what's called an API, meaning you can then pull out your transcripts automatically. And if you work with a development company, my company do it, but there's lots of others out there as well, or if you're able to do it yourself, go for it. You can pull out those transcripts, and then what you're able to do is process them, create, and say, I don't know, meeting summaries, and then post into your CRM. Or, I don't know, there's lots of other ways that you can use them. But yeah, AI note takers are really useful. I found, particularly working in sales, sometimes it can be a bit big brothery, if I'm honest. So, for instance, at a company I was working at, we had Fathom, and we would record every single sales call or every call that we were on was being recorded and sent into the central repository. And then the senior management team would be notified when certain words or phrases were used, which meant that they could look at your different call recordings at will. It's good if you want to improve and make sure that you're kind of leveling up as a salesperson and you're leveling up your sales team. But if I'm honest, at times I felt a little bit uncomfortable because I just wasn't sure who was watching or listening to what I was being said, and it actually made me kind of temper what I was saying throughout the day, which is particularly hard when you spend all day looking and kind of talking to a video recording. But yeah, AI note takers should definitely be on your radar if they're not already. My personal favorite is Fireflies, but like I say, there's Fathom and Otter AI as well. Okay, so the next couple of AI tools we're going to talk about relate to if you kind of create any kind of content to do for content marketing or run any kind of campaigns for you or your clients if you're a marketing agency, but let's assume you're using them for you as a business. And these are great because what they do is enable you to level up the amount of content that you're creating, and then obviously kind of running campaigns. Now, I think in the future, it won't be long until we kind of hit with this absolute glut of kind of AI-generated content, meaning it's going to be harder and harder to stand out, and social media and kind of messaging isn't going to be as personalized and as authentic, if it is authentic at the moment, as what it currently is. But yeah, so the two we're going to talk about, the first one is called HeyGen, which does video content. And then you've got 11 Labs, which does audio. So HeyGen, like I say, it's video. It does AI-based videos. So if you upload, say, an image of yourself or your avatar, like I could ingest this piece of video of me talking now, and then you'd be able to kind of personalize it and get it to move or kind of provide it scripts to read. And then I would become an AI version of myself, kind of saying and speaking different things. 11 Labs, of course, does the voice element, so you can actually record your voice and then input that and kind of ingest that and use that alongside your video, or you can use different custom voices they've uploaded. Okay, so keeping on with the AI video theme, the next two ones we're going to talk about are Sora, which is OpenAI's video generation tool, and VO2, which not as many people know about, but absolutely should, and that's Google's version. Now, the impact of these two tools in the future, I think, is going to be huge, and they're absolutely going to blow up. What they allow you to do is kind of input prompts or commands, and then they generate video footage depending on what you describe, and they're already incredibly lifelike. So it won't be long until if you want to create some kind of ad or A/B or ABCDEFG test, different ad campaigns, you can do that using these prompts and these tools to create really good looking, high quality video. And of course, if you think about it, the next step beyond that will then be creating prompts and tools which then kind of create all these different video pieces of content, create all of the ad scripts, test them, refine them based on the data that they're getting, and then kind of create that cycle of continuous improvement. And if I'm honest, the person that cracks that will be a millionaire, probably even a billionaire. So yeah, congrats if you managed to do that. But these are definitely tools to keep an eye on, and I think are going to be huge for the future. If you found this video useful and you want to watch another video on how you can use AI tools to get more sales, I highly recommend you watch my video here. Thanks, and I'll see you there. Peace!